Well, let's keep moving because we had some funny clips from Joe Biden. You got to love this one. You know, Biden very publicly is his brain is disintegrating right in front of us. And, you know, you almost feel bad for him. You almost feel bad for him because it's so embarrassing the way that he's behaving. But you got to hear him on CBS talking to Errol Barnett, who is a black reporter, and dares to ask him if he has taken a cognitive test. You got to listen to this whole thing, and then we've got it a little bit clipped up for you so you can hear it twice. You got to listen to this, though.
Have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
That's like saying you, before you got in this program, if you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not, what do you think, huh? Are you a junkie?
What do you say to President Trump, who brags about his test and makes your mental state an issue for voters?
Well, if he can't figure out the difference between an elephant and a lion, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Did you watch that? Look, come on, man. I know you're trying to goad me, but I mean, I'm so forward looking to have an opportunity to sit with the president or stand with the president in debates. There's going to be plenty of time. And by the way, as I joke with him, you know, I shouldn't say it. I'm going to say something I probably shouldn't say. Anyway, I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Maybe he was going to say mental feelings.
He can't even say it. I mean, you can hear his brain shutting down in the middle of what he's saying. I mean, you could just hear it. I was so looking forward to. Let's see.
There are things that are said by Joe Biden that I really ask myself: Is this just all? Is this going to be a switcheroo? Is going to take place at the end? Something's going to happen, and somebody else is going to come in because this seems like a joke at times.
Right. Well, what's going on with the audio? Oh man. Okay. Well, anyway, it looks like we may have trouble with the rest of this audio. It's not loading up the way that I wanted it to. But I was going to replay for you where he says, "I'm so forward-looking." I mean, he almost sounds like he's been drinking, but it's sad. I'm sure he hasn't been drinking. The other thing is, you wonder, who's he talking to when he's talking to Errol Barnett? Is he talking to Barnett or is he talking to Hunter? You right? Did you have some cocaine before you went on that program, Hunter? Oof. Don't answer that question.
I have a few questions that I'd just like to get through because they are incredibly important to the Latino community. First of all, you are extending TPS, temporary protected status, to Venezuelans. Cubans, though, are now being deported in unprecedented numbers. Would you stop those deportations?
What I said, I'm going to look at entire temporary. I'm going to look at every single country in the world that, in fact, is being, and this guy's sending them back. The reason why I came up with Venezuela is he's not even allowing it to exist in the first place. And so the TPS program is something I will move on the first day I'm in office to make sure that we extend it to people. We look for too long, we didn't get it right. But here's the deal. I think that we should be extending it. Anybody can prove that they are in jeopardy to go back to their country, and the reason they came in the first place, they should be able to stay in the United States of America until the circumstance changes in their country. And that's why, by the way, I put that program together to provide. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Are you going to re-engage with Cuba, though? I mean, I'm specifically wondering about, the Florida communities that are, incredibly interested in the Cuba issue and see status given to Venezuelans while Cubans are being deported.
The answer
will
is
you
yes.
re-engage
I'm
with
going to
Cuba?
engage. Yes. And by the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African-American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community.
Listen to that.
With incredibly different attitudes.
Welcome back to the Morgan Streetman Show. We're going out there in the mindset of Joe Biden. He goes out there.
Well, he's pretty out there, isn't he? Now, I've got my little system here fixed. We got the CIA moles off of it. But listen to this, because you got to hear this again. Joe Biden's willing to let you judge.
Anyway, I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
I'm sorry. It's just hilarious. He can't get that out. I mean, I wonder if that's a little Freudian slip there, right? I wonder if it's a Freudian slip. And then just to swing back and see what he has to say about the black community. And we have a story to follow this.
What you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African-American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things.
Now, lest you think that he didn't say that or something, because I've seen that going around, he actually did a tweet. He said, earlier today, I made some comments about diversity in the African-American and Latino communities that I want to clarify. In no way did I mean to suggest that the African-American community is a monolith, not by identity, not on issues, not at all.
I thought that was sort of his comeback, was that he was referring more to issues, but he was kind of revealing, it was almost like he was talking as if he'd been listening to meetings about polling. Isn't that the idea you got?
Well, that the African-American community is monolithic and all you got to do is hit certain issues in certain ways and you'll get their votes. You mean those kind of meetings? That's what it sounded like. Mm-hmm. So we got a window into Joe Biden's mind. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.